Jet Lions, Special Yin Delivery in Patch 8.1. You are a Celestial General. You rely upon harmony for your army, yet Yin units remain well to the rear, far from your front line, or based in the sky. How, then, to balance the arcane energies? You smile as you watch the Jet Lion pounce upon your foes. You pick up your hammer and join the fray. This is your story. Since it's confined to the ground, the Jet Lion is well equipped to get to the fight and survive it long enough to deliver major buffs to your far-flung forces, one more piece of the potential puzzle or mosaic. Let's bite down. Recruited for 1200 gold and 300 upkeep, this is part of the construct building chain, starting it off at tier 3. Health on Ultra comes at 5,808. Importantly, armor of 90 is a massive increase over the Onyx Croman or the Great Moon Bird. Missile resistance 15% is paired with a massive spell resistance of 50%. Leadership of 65 is considerably below the Terracotta Sentinel. Speed 75 and charge speed 130 are formidable, with that charge speed being enormous, getting ahead of the Lade Lancers on a charge perhaps. Melee attack of 40 is where we begin, but the real star is the disrupted effect. For 10 seconds, each application delivers silenced and also saps physical resistance by 10%. This is a rare effect, seen little this side of Luther Harkon, but can thoroughly stunlock active abilities and magic spells. Attack interval 3.5 seconds is relatively low compared to usual. Splash good size large means Ogre Bulls on down, and max targets taking HP damage are 5. More can be tossed, 5 are damaged. A defense of 60 is shockingly high considering the base attack. So, if you want this unit to have more bite, consider various buffs like from a Lord Magistrate. Weapon strength for 120 is split base 145 and armor piercing 275, decent figures and tilted in the armor chomping direction. Charge bonus is a healthy 40 and mass is 2000. The Jet Lion causes fear but not terror. It is small enough to hide in forest, has Strider to fight in forest and pass through them effortlessly, and when Harmony is present, Yin Battle Harmony gives it plus 4 leadership and plus 4% to speed, up to plus 8 and plus 8% at max. Why this matters is that if you are using it with, let's say, Lade Lancers, it will tend to keep up with them much better, as opposed to flying units that already far outstrip their travel speed. Guardian Shield provides a full-time passive ability that gives the Lion and allies in a 55-meter radius plus 20% spell resistance. It doesn't look like it affects the Jet Lion itself, and it does affect enemies as well as allies, which is interesting. Moreover, the Jet Lion has Missile Mirror as a bound spell. 200-meter range, 44-second cooldown, 18-second duration, a single missile unit shoots itself in the foot and the face when trying to shoot at you. 2 uses per battle. In the Cathay Lord Redline skills, Stone Gaze governs them like for Terracotta Sentinels. 3 pips gives armor plus 12 and weapon strength plus 12%. Rank 7 and up Lions use Unified Charge for speed plus 10%, melee attack plus 5, and physical resistance plus 10%, all very desirable. In the Cathay Tech tree, relevant to Miao Ying, Zhao Ming, Yuan Bo and Bhashiva, this gets funky because it's another Yin melee unit. Moon Reflecting gives leadership plus 4, Yin Hex gives the usual minus 10% upkeep, plus 2 recruit rank, and plus 4 melee defense. Inner Speed from the Yang side shoots speed up by 20%. Since it's a melee unit, Drill Training gives armor plus 10, leadership plus 6, and melee defense plus 4. For what's extra specific, Yin and Center access Sentinel Rights for armor plus 20, melee defense plus 4, and if rank 7 and up, physical resistance plus 10%, or another plus 10% if redline spec. Blessed Temple Guardians shoots up offense for melee attack plus 4, weapon strength plus 10%, and if rank 7 or above, unyielding assault, so that melee attack never reduces mid-battle. So, how do we deploy Jet Lions to thwart Tzeentch casters? That's a trick question. You deploy them to thwart Tzeentch casters, and similar stuff, especially if they're on the ground, of course. The Jet Lion is your perfect spell tarpit, and while they cleaned up Overcasting Spirit Leech by the AI somewhat, you still want this unit absorbing magic every moment you can. In addition to what I've discussed, Astromancers can learn a skill to make Jet Lions radiate plus 10% physical resistance for self and allies. That's more. Alchemists can provide magical attack among other buffs, and so forth. The bottom line is that this is a far more defensive option than the Jade Lion. What's the total armor you can slap on? 90 plus 42, so 132? That's a lot. You're getting close to sea elemental levels of melee defense too. But the real meat on the bones is that this is a stand-in for a pure melee tar pit hero, what Cathay is considered as, not having. Except for one legendary. Yeah, well, Empire doesn't have construct monsters like this. It doesn't really do monsters regardless, so let's ratchet ourselves away from that line of thinking. You can put the Jet Lions at the head of a chevron formation, or in a gap, and prosper pretty nicely. Depending on the situation, you can even let loose with Iron Hail Gunners and so on. They are not so inaccurate, the Jet Lion will suffer more than the enemy. It'll be even more lopsided if you can use things like peasant archers and regular crossbows and definitely non-Gau grenadiers. And remember that huge spell resistance? Drop spell bombs on top of them without any compunction. Mind you, it's really made for you to use that last tactic. Without magic, you're selling them short. They're not bad, but they're not good enough to outfight entire armies by themselves. They'll get tired and lose morale and crumble. But once again, the hidden superstar of this isn't even disrupted, as amazing as that contact effect can be, and that is on a construct you can willingly build more of, not a legendary lord or hero hound. No, it's enabling Yang Harmony anywhere you can get a Jet Lion 2 in time. That potential gives you the flexibility to make units you already wanted shove down the enemy's throat, fight that much harder and better. You need Lord involvement for the best effects, so scheme how to do just that. Keep in mind that the armor gets high, but the health is only okay. If Spirit Leech is bad against them, concentrated handguns are good. That's why these guys have Missile Mirror to begin with. Remember, it's an active ability, it relies on you to aim it, and it's on one unit only. Choose wisely. Take care, and have fun using this construct as your frontline warmer, keeping your warriors nice and toasty for the fight.